This is the second module of Excel. This is the CIS 110 14-week class. We're October 28th. This is Thursday morning, close to 10 a.m. So I figured we didn't get to this one, so let's take a look at it. First off, you should see, after opening the file, you should see your name on the employee's the documentation, and you should see under author, you should see your name in there. If it's not, to reopen that file, because it's got to be that, and you can see the other data within it. All right, getting started. So there's two files to download. One, this Excel spreadsheet, and two, the instructions here. And that's what they say up there. So now we're going to get into the project steps. Go to the employees for projects, which is here. Sheet, change the worksheet theme to office. Page layout, themes. Am I looking right at it? Right there. All right, on step 2, they want us to go to A1, so click on A1, and decrease the font size to 18. So back to the Home tab. It's on 19, so we can do the drop down, or we can just type in there. Make sure it's 18, and then the fill color blue, accent 1, lighter 80. And there it is, click. Center the values in the range B3 through B9. So B3 down to B9, and we just go center. Add outside borders to the range A1 to C9. A1, C9. Go to the borders tool, which is here. And if you click the arrow, one of these will say outside borders. Change the color of the employees for projects worksheet tab to blue accent 1. So down here, right click, tab color, and find that same color. Click. Go to the project tracking worksheet. B2, click. Once you have it selected, change the date format of cell B2 to short date. And you can see up here it says date. If you do the drop down, we might or might not see it. It clearly wasn't looking too hard, so again, with it selected, come up here to the selection, and there's long date, there's short date. Next up, it says column B to best fit, so select up at the column, go between them, get the double-headed left-right arrow, and double-click. Next section says to select D4 to D13, and they want to see it with 1 decimal point. If you come here to numbers, you can increase or decrease decimals. So if I click it once, we get the 1 decimal. Okay, on step 8, it says go to F4 in cell F4, insert a formula using a function that multiplies their estimated hours D4 and his pay rate E4. So equals D4 times E4 and check mark or hit enter. And next up we're going to do the fill handle coming down. Had to do a double take when I saw, I mean, they're getting paid pretty good here. So they say to next select, and they want us to do currency and 2 decimal places. And that's what we got. All right, on 10, they're asking for change it to percent, and then we're going to, with no decimal places. So let's do that first. Select. Come here, you can just do it quickly there. And there's no decimal places, so we're good there. And then we're going to do this conditional formatting. And for the second half of 10, they want to highlight cell rules, format cells containing a value greater than 10% with light red fill with dark red text. So first of all, I'm going to click this first one, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than, and put in 10%. And they want light red fill with dark red text. Wasn't that convenient? Okay. And fill down. And then double check. So again, 1115 is more than that, so it did do correctly. Okay, on 11, we're going to select H4 to H13. And we're going to use conditional formatting again to create data bars. So conditional formatting, data bars, gradient fill. So we know it's up here. Blue. So it's the first one. So there you go. That looks good. And then on 12, go to G14. G14. And we're going to insert a formula using average function. All right, so come here to G14. We're going to do the insert function. We're going to find average. We're going to click OK. And what I do is move it. And again, what are we doing? We're doing for the G4 through G13. So if you click here, well, it's already in there, but if you want to doubly make sure, you can highlight down, hit enter, click OK. So if it's contiguous, you're good to go. Now this one we'll have to do like I just showed you. So now we're going to do min, and min's in here. You can just type it in if it's not. Go to min, and from here select, and don't go too far, enter, and then go here, and I imagine max, and again make the same selection, but remember to stop at 13, click OK, or your data will be off. So that looks good. I'll submit in a minute. And finally, I'm going to name my document as it lists here, close it, save it, drag and drop into here, submit, and look at my graded sheet, and I can see looks good. So that is the end of module lab for the second section of Excel.